things have gotten better over the past 20 years. Do you think that young women today have the same sense of urgency around this topic that women did 20 years ago?
I think that in terms of gender workplace issues, I think there's a renewed energy. Maybe things kind of got quieter maybe 10, 15, 20 years ago. And there's a new kind of energy when you start to see women who are reaching parity in numbers in business schools and medical schools and law schools. Business school, ironically, was sort of lagging behind in terms of women being admitted to business school in the same number as men. But when you see that, and then they see that for maybe decades now, the numbers have been up, but women are still hitting that glass ceiling, they start to realize that something is wrong. And so I think that there's a renewed interest in examining what are the barriers, what are those things that are holding women back from being truly successful in their own definition of success for a career in business.
Do you think it helps? It seems that we have men much more engaged on the issue now and aware of the issue, men in positions of leadership. Do you think that helps?
I think that it always helps to bring in different people with different voices who want to support equality. In my own experience in talking about the issue of sexual harassment, one of the things that I have found was that, maybe 20 years ago, it was mostly women talking about the issue, and men there were some men who understood and appreciated it, but I've known that over the years, the past 2 decades, men have become more and more engaged, and they become more and more engaged because they can see themselves coming up against power and not being able to succeed and do what they believe is the right thing. But even more, what I hear from men is that now they understand sexual harassment because they have daughters who are going into the workplace. And so I think as more men raise young girls, and they send them to school and they have these expectations for them, that you're going to see more men involved in making sure that their children really do experience a workplace that's free of invidious discrimination.